would you get if you infused a superhero personality with your personal brand? The past few weeks I've been catching up on season 2 of The Mandalorian, a Star Wars franchise. After the first season, I realized no matter how he showed up, Din's presence was undeniably consistent. From his powers, his purpose, and his personality, his personal brand embedded itself into my psyche. I couldn't wait for the second season to begin. Or maybe it was Baby Yoda that captured my attention. Regardless, the clan of two swayed me, and I think it would be a good exercise to deconstruct why. Today I'm going to showcase 5 examples you can learn about Mandalorian's personal brand, and maybe derive some inspiration. Hi, I'm Lisa Stewart, founder of Build Your Own Small Business. I'm a brand strategist, maker, and business coach. I help STEAM entrepreneurs like you build products that sell and change the world from their workbench. The mere sight of a Mandalorian struck fear in the hearts of many across the galaxy. They gained a reputation as mercenaries and bounty hunters. Over the years, they waged war against the Jedi and experienced devastation to their own house. Eventually, Reconstruction and Reformation ultimately led to the remaining Mandos hiding and returning to their nomadic life. As we can see, the brand of the Mandalorian has evolved over centuries. For those of you who enjoy the saga of the Mandalorian, I have a quiz for you. True or false? The Mandalorian is a race. Does a Mandalorian ever take off his helmet? And from what metal is a Mandalorian armor made? When you think of these answers, they trigger thoughts, feelings, and emotions. These triggers are called brand associations. When it comes to crafting your own brand associations, many folks immediately imagine a logo to signify your brand. But a logo is but a small component of your brand. Like imagery embedded within Mando's armor, additional attributes comprise his personal brand associations. The iconic T-shaped helmet, Jedi repellent gadgets, and his cape become a unified representation of his personal brand. Let's get into the 5 examples of the Mandalorian brand that create brand associations. The first component of the Mandalorian brand is his power. While he's not a superhero, the Mandalorians have engineered gadgets and weaponry that use the same force the Jedi use, only to repel them. This is what they're known for. For your brand, what's your superpower? What do you want to be known for? I'm known for my ingenuity and for helping entrepreneurs clarify their product offerings. My passion is visual design and innovative toys. Tools. Yeah, that's what I said. Toys. Tools. Essentially, match your talent with what the customer needs to overcome or achieve from their current circumstance. Further, your superpower can be found as you define your values and ultimately your pillars. Each one has a benefit and should have a supporting example to reinforce it. The second component is purpose. Over the centuries, the Mandalorian brand struggled to remain steadfast with the rise and fall of empires. As a bounty hunter, Din's original purpose was to capture an alien infant known as the Child. Instead, he protects the child from a remnant of the fallen galactic empire. This guy. Midway through his journey, Din adopts the mantle as a father figure to Baby Yoda since the child is dependent on the kindness of others for his well-being. Aww. Clearly, Din's archetype is the hero, not to be confused with the hero journey with just a touch of caregiver. If you want to learn more about the hero archetype, be sure to subscribe and whack that red bell to get notified when I post that video. What has remained steadfast is the Mandalorian personality. Din's stoicism startles the people around him, except for Pele Motto. He demonstrates a steely emotion through the few words he speaks. That's part of their culture and code. We're similar in that he uses the economy of words to make his point. I do too. We're tight. To be honest, I'm not very loquacious or long-winded. With that understanding, I'm aware that this tends to unsettle some folk. For that reason, I strive to make people feel at ease around me by cracking a joke or two. Soon enough, they discover how delightful I am to be around. That's part of my inherent brand. Articulate your brand personality through the tone and voice that helps to craft the language you use within your message. I carefully select words and phrases my customers would resonate with. Unlike Din, I don't stop with sound bites. I have a conversation dance with my customers to help them feel heard and not overwhelmed. Another aspect to tone and voice is positioning your brand personality between the traditional buttoned-up language to a very casual, hey neighbor chat that you assign to your brand. The easiest way to define that is through your own personality. Think of it as an extension of your language quirks. Not crafting language and intentionally using it to resonate with your customer
Attracts the wrong kind of customer, it will.
Another component that needs to remain consistent is attire. Mandalorians wear onesies under their padding, topped with hammered, lightsaber-resistant Beskar metal and beveled icons burned into it. A helmet with tactical displays, and a cape. That's their uniform. Accessories, or armaments, include gadgets like grappling lines, flamethrowers, and jetpacks. Very cool toys. Tools. Yeah, that's what I said. Toys. Tools. What armor or uniform could your personal brand adopt? How does your brand personality inform the kinds of toys or tools you use? Would you wear a onesie under your breastplate? Inquiring minds want to know. The key takeaway here is to be intentional with your clothing. Dress like you mean it. Lastly, stories. Clone Wars expand to Din's planet, killing his parents. Hiding in a cellar beneath the angled doors, Din instantly becomes an orphan. Tension increases. What just happened to his parents? Will the same android kill him? Stories always include friction to create the tension necessary for an engaging story. Myths, legends, and folklore all have a hero. Superhero stories begin with an origin story, destiny, or chance that supplies their hero with a journey. For Din, the story begins when he suddenly becomes an orphan and the Mandalorians rescue him, raising him as one of their own. What's your origin story? Is it one of destiny or chance? Overall, Din's indisputable personality exudes loyal, resourceful, and stoic consistency. His consistency leads to credibility, any personal brand's prized resource, becoming a small link in the competitive advantage armor. Now that you've got 5 examples of the Mandalorian's personal brand, I hope it serves inspiration for your own. If you're interested in learning further about building your own personal brand strategy, consider enrolling in my free Build Your Own Empire Masterclass. Just to let you know, it's not another overhyped webinar filled with hapless stormtroopers. It's one that's chock full of straight value out of the gate. You'll need a pen and paper to take notes. I'd like to leave you with this Mandalorian proverb. Those who wait for inspiration to arrive shall spend their lives watching the clock. This is the way. So get out there and keep building.